Hari Om. Hi, this is just another video journal entry. I am doing it for today, and a lot of things have been going on in all of our lives, right? Similarly, in my life as well, and I actually like to read. I love to read a lot. Sometimes I do hate it for I don't know what reasons, but anyway, yeah. So I also was reading recently regarding something which I had read earlier also. But now I came up to some, I won't say different, but uh, some similar, same points, but from various perspectives. Not exactly different perspectives, but kind of similar, but many of them. So, various. Okay. Uh, it might seem some of you who is watching something extraordinary, something or something very lame or silly. Depends on how you see it or how have you been reading, learning, or knowing about it. Okay, in any way. So the thing is that in our culture, in our Indian Bharati culture, it has been stated that the time from earlier to now and so on, it has been keep going on in circular motion. So it is in circle. It comes from like it starts with Satyug, then Trita, then Dwapar, then Kalyug, and so on. It goes around. So in circle, it has been keep going on, and it will go. Okay, and but some other theories say, and if you know, I would like to mention one name, Acharya Prashant, which is the most like famous name nowadays in regarding these things, regarding animalistic abusive things, and regarding climate change and all. So he has been taking a big steps. So his name is among one of them, one of the name I think, one of the big names who is involved in these things, and he also has spoken earlier a couple of times while answering a couple of questions that uh, no, the time is in linear equation. So the time was earlier, now it is going on like this, here and so on. Okay, so there are two types of theories or perspectives of people. One is the circular one is this one. I was reading something, I won't go what I read and how it was and all. I would like to share in my own raw words, in my own understanding, like in a different way. Okay, so one way is I have shared with you that the time goes like this in circle. Another way say, another way says that in a linear equation it goes right. And there is the other one which is which kind of supports both of them, but not exactly. Okay, so it's like it is in circular motion, the time is in circular motion. It started like this, from here in small circle. Okay, then it goes big, but it goes along linearly ahead. Then it goes big, then bigger, then again bigger, bigger, and then it started becoming smaller. Okay, then again the time was bigger. It was linear and circular at the same time, and it was keep going on. So it was uh, like this, small, and then big, small, big. So just like this. So what I was reading, and it's not that it's very new something. It was new for me to read, but it was not something new which has been like in words to the people now. It was just new for me. Not exactly it was written like that how I am sharing it, but I am making you understand my own words. Okay, so there are three ways now, I can say, the circular one and the linear one and this one. So it was very interesting thing to read, and comparatively it is more believable how we see, how all the things depicts uh, our history of Ramayana and all things. and how the Western people, the Western theorists, they have shared why it is linear, if it is, or some of the Western also believed that it is circular in motion, the time. So why and how it is in circular in motion. But actually, the circular theory, so majority of the believers of that, they have not been able to uh, share why and how exactly that is and how that works. But linear, they can say, okay, it is simply that. Okay. So it was a new thing to me to read. It was fascinating to wonder about and to see it from that perspective as well. And as per that also, it was also telling us about this theory, the third one, that how our karmas work, how our different births in one birth works. Like we say that we have done something good or bad or neutral or anyhow, so it will affect us in our next birth. So we were child earlier, our next birth will be as a teenager, our next birth after that will be as an adult, then as an old person, and so on. Okay, so that is how what karmas we did earlier in our childhood, we will that will be effective in our teenage, as per our health, as per our mind conditioning, how we see things, how we what we have learned, how we have learned, and how we will be learning things, because our interest and hobbies will be defined earlier as per that, and new interest will also be keep creating, right? So these some kind of things also that theory tells us about. So, and that those words, those readings that I was doing, so it was all sharing very nicely all these things, and it was a nice, I that was actually, the name was not there who wrote that and so on, but it was just the something I found. I shared it in my own way. It is not like it was written in like it the time goes like this, but I shared it in my own way. But it was very new thing, not very new, but actually, yeah, in a way, it was very new thing to me. Maybe many of the people already uh, are aware of it, or heard of if somehow in on some level. But yeah, uh, telling this theory in this way, and like connecting it to karmas and birds in this way, so it is a way to tell people that it is not something so extraordinary that you don't believe that, okay, no, it is superficial, so many birds and karmas in effect and so on. If you don't believe on that way, so you should, I think you should believe in this way. It is practical, and it is very logical. It is obvious that if we see it, our births like childhood, teenage, and so on, so it will be effective. And the time theory like that in circular motion but in linear way, so that also works, seem like okay. But yeah, it made me wonder. I just wanted to share that as well. So it was one of the journals about this. Thanks for watching, if you have watched it completely. Thanks.